Hey folks, this is Jake Davis on the Fly Review for you, and tonight I'm talking about The Fall Guy, released earlier this month, directed by David Leitch. Yeah, David Leitch. Chris Leitch. I don't know, I think it's David. Starring Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Johnson, Hannah Waddingham, Stephanie Sue, Teresa Palmer, and Winston Duke. Now, this is based on a show I had never heard of until I saw this movie, The Fall Guy, which was a TV show in the early 1980s, starring Lee Majors and Heather Thomas. I guess Marky Post was on the show too. And look, this movie's not doing great at the box office, but I thought it was a very entertaining movie, especially coming off of such a very positive beat in both Gosling and Blunt's careers after both getting nominated for Oscars for very, very box office successful films. And Leitch himself has been on a little bit of a roll with, co-directing the first John Wick movie and Deadpool 2 and Bullet Train, which was a lot of fun. And now, old concept of this is that Gosling plays Colt Seavers, who's a stuntman who, 18 months after a traumatic injury, comes out of retirement to support his ex-girlfriend who's making her directorial debut. But when he gets out into Sydney, Australia, there's crazy drug dealers, there's a personal mercenary crew, the star of the movie's gone missing, and somehow he's been framed for murder. It's all about him clearing his name while at the same time trying to save the production. Because the show must go on, damn it. Now, there were elements, I've talked about this already, not on the show, but, to people who listen to me talk, that, I thought Gosling was terrific. Emily Blunt was very good in this, and just such a charming, and, She's just great. You gotta love her. She is a true talent and like a one of a kind real beauty. And the real problem, and the movie's funny, and the action scenes are just so exciting and like original and fun. But I really felt with this movie hurt itself was with the script. I thought a lot of the dialogue was just obnoxious and bland. Even had this very TV sitcom 90s vibe to it, which is not good. And there's also issues with the narrative and the plotting. It tries to set itself up like as this mystery. Now, granted, you make an argument that the movie is not really about the action scenes or the murder mystery or anything like that. It's really just all this background metaphor for a love story, which is the movie itself tells you this in a not so meta way. It not too subtle meta way. But it's a very entertaining movie. I had a lot of fun. It was a hell of a good way to spend 2 hours of your summer day. Like I said, Gosling is on a bit of a roll. He's got a bit of that DiCaprio effect to him right now, where it's like, he was saying this heartthrob chick thing. And I'm a indie darling, critic darling at the time, but then, once he gets at this point in his 30s, he gets a bit of maturity to him, so he gets actually interesting as an actor. Same thing happened to Gyllenhaal. I recommend this movie, but just barely, to be honest. I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I do think it is the set pieces, the characters, and the performances that make this movie watchable. It's not really the plot. But yeah, I do recommend The Fall Guy. See this film if you get a chance. 3.5 stars. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.